Good evening. I'm Norma Cowie with my Reverend hat on tonight. Welcome to my mental mind treatment show. This is my second week, and I must thank everyone who has left a supportive comment either here on YouTube or on my Facebook page. As I said last week, I have been doing mind treatments for many years and found them to be beneficial first for myself and then others, studying the process with me, and then finally for my clients and for people who are needing them, solace especially. Our minds are interesting. And when we become caught up and perhaps even addicted to a specific thought, it clouds us in remembering who we are. That we are human creations with emotions and interactions with others can sometimes be complicated. The knowing there is a power in the universe, whatever name you call it, which is supportive and loves you. Yes, you are important, and that universal love energy is what I link to in order to see and pray with the mental mind treatment to clarify for you so you may understand and be less confused or whatever it is that you're needing to do. How this will work is you type your first name and age, and that is how I will know it is you, as I don't have a picture or a voice to work with. And what you want in a mental mind treatment for. I just was reading. Hi, Terry. Can you just put out what exactly it is you want me to do a mental mind treatment for, please? I will read out loud what it is the situation is, and then I'll begin to do the treatment. When I've completed, I will ask you how that feels for you. I then do follow up privately for the next week. And of course, you are welcome to return next Monday when I will be back at 7 p.m. BC time. So, Terry, can you please tell me what it is you want a mental mind treatment for? Because I need to have something to work on. That would be great. I'm presuming you can hear me. Okay, so thank you. I really appreciate that. So this is Terry, and finding it hard to be positive as I feel the dark matrix is constantly pulling me down. Okay, now I do close my eyes doing this because I have to concentrate and go with my sense of being. So as I start with the mental mind treatment for Terry, what we're wanting here is clarity and a remembering of who we are. So I start this way. I know there is one power and one essence in all things. And I know that there is a light and a dark essence, but the light brings love, brings comfort, brings awareness. And therefore, the need to be able to concentrate and embrace that concept that there is a loving force within the universe is important. It is the letting go of you might say, the pull of the collective mind, the pull that says there is no hope, there is nothing that works. And it is very easy to do. But in the sense of the beingness, I know that light is always there if we reach for it, if we allow it in, if we feel it and know it and realize how important we are and what that essence is. As I move a little deeper into the awareness of where you are, Terry, what I find here is that there is a rejection of a power. There is a rejection that you are loved beyond measure. There is a lot of guilt, a lot of restriction, a lot of feeling unworthy. All of these only place you and put you in that path of that sense of being. It is the knowing, and I know for you that letting go of all the unworthiness, of all the feeling helpless of what one can do, of all the striving in order to enhance in every which way, that there is a sense of relief and ease. There is only one power of light, no matter what the name, no matter what it is. There is only one essence that works, and it will work for you if you allow it in. And this is what I feel is the crux here, is the believing and the allowing, being willing to allow yourself to feel loved on the inside, to allow yourself to know that there is an energy in this world that supports you, loves you, cares about you, and will bring to you exactly what it is you are wanting. I feel that need for comfort. I feel the need, and I know that this is what the light does. The light brings comfort. It brings a sense of solace, which is interesting because I said that word earlier, solace, and it's not a word I use a lot. So thank you, because in the knowingness of the light, in the allowing. So if you just take a breath and think of your favorite color and just fill yourself with that and feel that in that color there is love, there is acceptance, there is joy, there is a perseverance of being. And in that perseverance of being, everything begins to come together. I personally give thanks on behalf of Terry, knowing that I have clarity, that I have awareness, I have an essence of being, and that I am willing to choose light. I am willing to choose love. I am willing to choose a sense of being, that I am loved, I am worthy, I can move forward in love and light. And so I release this thought form knowing it is true for Terry, that there is freedom. So Terry, I just want you to take a breath, and if you could just let me know how that resonated with you, I'd appreciate it. Before I move on to the next person, I just would like a few words to know that we're complete. If you can do that. It says thank you. I appreciate that, and blessings to you. Elaine, I'm coming to you now. I need you to give me your age, and I need, oh, thanks. Terry also says feels easy to breathe. Very important to breathe. Yes. Elaine, if you could give me your age and what it is you would like me to work on clearing, please. I'd appreciate that, because I need that. After all, there's billions of people here, and I've got to know to be able to, connect with you in a very clear way. That would be great as we move forward. So Elaine, can you do that for me, please? Let me know. Otherwise, I'll just have to do a little general thing, which sometimes can miss the mark, and I like to be on the mark. I'll give you a second more to let me know a little bit more of what it is that you are wanting. This is a very experimental journey. So for me, very experimental. This is because I don't usually have people call in. I just talk. So now I'm working. This is why I wanted to have the interaction. Thank you, Elaine. Okay. So we're working with jealousy. I know there is a power and a light that is within this world. And I know this power and a light is there for each person if they allow it in. I also know that when we feel that we're inadequate, or that we cannot compete, or we're not good enough, and that comes from from a sense of unworthiness deep down, and not being good enough and not being able to do it, that we sometimes can forget that we are a beloved child, no matter what our age is, to the universal love energy, that there it is there to support, to love, to care, to be at one with. And so it is important to let go the feelings that someone else is better, that someone has more, that someone, is taking away what is mine. The truth of the matter is, when we concentrate on that, when the mind concentrates on that, it turns away from the light. It turns away from knowing that you are enough. It turns away to know that no matter what you do, you are loved. You need to, my feeling is that there's a fear here of allowing that in, to believe that I am enough. There is a fear here to open up and just be who I truly am, to allow the inner being out, because I'm frightened of ridicule. I'm frightened of not, as I said, not being enough, as all of that is tied in. And yet, when I move into light and love, it just soothes that and crumples it away. And there is a letting go of an expectation of comparing to anybody else, because you are enough. You, in the light of that wonderful being, that universal love force, you are enough. And that inner spark that grows and moves just needs to expand. It's like a flower in a garden that's shrouded because it's scared it's not enough, and that no one really, really cares. So it's got, they're better, and they're this, and they're that, they've taken this, they've taken that. And it's just allowing yourself to bloom. So the flower, I'm seeing is hyacinth. I think that's what it calls. Like lots of little flowers. It's like allowing yourself to grow, letting the sun, which is the light of love, come in and remind you how important you are, how precious you are, how life wants to support you, and you're not allowing it. And the key here is to let go of the old and allow the new in. Allow the new feelings, the new feelings of appreciation of you, the appreciation of who you truly are, and allow all the old to dissipate. No matter what anyone else thinks, because the divine loves you, cares, wants to support you, but you got to give it room. When a flower blooms, it doesn't think about what's on either side of it. It just knows that the rays of the sun and the rain, the rays of the sun and the rain that comes down nurtures it. And this is what you need to understand, that the love of the universe loves you and cares about you and will bring you, if you align with it. This is about aligning to your higher power, aligning to the love that is there for you, and allowing it in without being afraid. In the eyes of the divine power, you are totally enough. Not only are you totally enough, it's as though you can move and move out and perceive and see. Remember, in the love, there is only one power and one light and one love. There is only one, and it is there for you, but you need to let it in. And so as we wrap this, the awareness, because one has to have an awareness of what they need to let go of. And we allow, I know that light of love is there. I know that it just wants to be recognized and to be able to come in to just light the cobwebs and the dark away. I know that this is there for you. And because I know it, it is. It is now up to you to be able to relax and recognize the power that you have within yourself to create what you want, never mind what anyone else is creating. And so this is the essence of all that there is. I give thanks to you. I give thanks for you. And as I let go this thought form that I've been working on for you in the mental mind treatment, I know that your capacity is big. So do not be afraid of it. Embrace it and allow it to be all that you can be. I give thanks. I give thanks in knowing that this is there for you, Elaine. I know that as you let go the old, which hasn't worked or doesn't feel right, what other people have done, that you will flourish just like that beautiful flower. And so I thank you. And I thank you. Remember, I will be working on this during the week as well. Kayla, can you please, hang on, I'm not quite sure. Oh, you want me, I would like you to put your age in, and send one message Omicron, you mean the virus thing that's going on? Thank you, Elaine. I appreciate. Thank you. I think, okay, I can just do a prayer on that. No problem at all. Okay, I just got to write something down here I've been omitting and that I'm needing, and that was Elaine. And now we're on to Kayla. I'm just keeping that so I can do my prayers through the week. Okay, Kayla wants to know a message re the Omicron. Okay, I'm just going to say, divine, as I connect into the oneness and the one power and the one essence, I have been requested to give a message regarding the Omicron, which is the variant that is prevalent at this time. Let's see what comes through. What I get is a dark cloud. I'm going to see, it's going to be a little bit different than just a prayer here. What I see is a dark cloud that moves across the earth. And as it moves across the earth, it's like it rains. There's like a rain down, and it's a downpour kind of thing. But then it moves on. And as it moves on, the sun comes in very, very bright. Therefore, in the knowingness of what Omicron is all about, is that it's here and then it's gone. It is not, I would say it's not going to last long. It's got to travel around, yes, but it's gone. It's not going, it doesn't last long. It is here and then gone. And to me, that is the message from the light that says light always dispels dark. And as it rains, yes, then people feel the rain. They've got to remember that beyond the dark cloud, there is light, there is sun, there is joy, there is all those things. So it's not to be impinged by this cloud that is moving across the land, because it will not last. It will not last. And I know that to be true. So I thank you, Kayla, for that. And I go now to, I thank you for that, Kayla, and I trust that will answer your question. And you could just write yes or no so I can find out later. So where am I here? I've got to get, thank you for all these names. I appreciate that. Karen. Okay, got your age there. It says, loves my videos. I appreciate that. It says, being aligned to my life purpose. I'm making a note of your name because I do want to keep up a daily element for this for a week. So, yeah, and I know lots of Karen, so I've got to make sure I get the right one. So thank you for your last name. Okay. I know. And I'm going to go back here. I'm going to, oh, Karen Lee, I kind of missed you. I'm coming back to you in a minute, okay? I know there is one power and one essence. As I speak my word for Karen, who knows who she is. I know that the life purpose is very clear. The road is clear. It has been very rocky. I see that. That's been very, very rocky. But I know that the power is saying it's not much longer. It's a little bit, maybe a couple more rocks, but they're little. They're very tiny to go when the life shows you very, very clearly. And this is because your intent, your intention has been so clear that the divine says to me, as I feel that life path is going to just be so clear and so strong, patience for the next few months. That's all there it's going to take. And a lot of these, because when I look back, it's strewn with rocks, is they're just going to be all behind and dissipate. And it's like freedom. There's a freedom out feeling here of growth and progress and everything. And there's such a feeling of love and light and joy. And I breathe that in because it's so beautiful and it's so powerful. And it's you having freedom to do that which you will with ease and with grace. So proceed forward and know that that is all true. And I give thanks and just make a little note that says, does this resonate? Because man, it feels so good. Thank you. You're nearly there. Believe me. Okay. Karen Lee. See that name? That's right. I really like this. Feelings of guilt for putting myself first. Yes, that can happen. So let's pray on that one. Divine Essence, I speak my word for Karen Lee. And as I speak my word for Karen Lee around putting myself first, the light says and shows me that the sadness that you hold inside is really comes from way down when you were very young and you went to do something and you were chastised for it. And because it looks like about 3, and you were chastised for it. And from that moment, you decided it was not a good thing to put yourself first. And as you have grown and developed, the light shows me that you have learned that it's important you put yourself first. But what happens is that old guilt that was thrust upon you from someone else is always there niggling. It niggles away at you. And the light says, remember, you are loved for you. And if you put yourself first, you have lots of love, time, and energy for others. But if you don't put yourself first, you become little and less than. And that you begin to shrivel because you're not in joy. The joyness of life, the enjoyment, the beingness, the strength and purpose that you have in relation to what you can bring and do is really, really rich. And the light just wants to be there for you. So it's like putting a little wedge into that lovingness of the universe, which is there saying, I'm here for you. And you're saying, oh yeah, but I shouldn't be doing this. Yes, you're here to blossom. Each one of us is here to blossom. I'll add that for myself. But it's like the knowingness, my dear. So it's like letting go, just letting go and allowing yourself to be. But if you can do that, recognizing that someone else has laid this on you, this is not your energy. This is somebody else. Perception that you are doing something wrong. This is the key here for this. This key is for you to let it go. It is for you to say, bye-bye. And when it comes up, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. Just remember the universal love force says, oh yeah, you keep on. You're doing great. You know what you want. And it's not like you're hurting others. If people feel that they're being hurt, that's their issue, because you are loved for who you are and what you're doing. So in closing this, what I say is I give thanks for knowing that my love for myself, the love from the universe, grows with every breath that I take. That as I move forward, I am clear in sight, and I am clear in wisdom, and I'm clear of what I can do for not only for myself, but for others. I give thanks in knowing this as I release this thought, knowing it is true for Karen Lee. And so it is. Amen. Okay, just let me know how that sounds, please, Karen Lee. And I think Kayla didn't like my thought on that. That's all right. And I'm going to go to Cheryl Ann now. And I'm just making my little note here so I don't forget. Hang on. I have the same ease and grace as I do actions of putting my soul purpose business together and finally make income. Okay. Let me just, as I move into that knowingness of you putting I got to get those wordings right. Sorry. I just have to reread that. I will have the same ease and grace as I do actions of putting my soul purpose business together and finally make an income. Okay, there's 2 elements here. That's where I was getting a little lost in it. One is doing that which you want to do. The other one is making the money. So what happens, what I'm showing here is that there's 2 roads. There's two divisions that even though you may think they are linked. They're not necessarily linked. So I'm just going to do a mind treatment on having them linked. Okay. I know there is one power in one essence. And if I speak my word for Cheryl Ann, I know that when I do that which I love, when I do that, all that elements that bring me life and love, what I find is that it comes to me back in material well-being, i.e. money, etc. It takes physical form. There has been, up until now, a gap between ideology and physical manifestation. Physical manifestation is the needing to know that this can become physical, that it is a physical thing, and that you are entitled to receive, that the receiving of material good, i.e. money, for it sounds like that's what you're wanting, is fine as you present and do your life purpose, your life love, your life beingness. It is the knowing there is no real difference. That is just the outpicturing of manifestation for you to receive, to do more. The universe doesn't stint, doesn't take away, but you need to join. So I'm just going to give with this prayer a little hand element, which is you put your life purpose in one hand, you put the money in another. And in your heart of hearts, you bring those two hands together and let them meld, and then you bring them inside yourself so they meld inside. So you're not having any division from these two elements, because the universe knows it is all part of the one. Everything is part of the one. You are part of the one. And what you desire and what you want is not just from your mental, but it's from your heart and your beingness and the knowingness that you can receive financial recompense for your actions and your doings. Needs to come in alignment. So you can do that exercise because it helps unite. The universe says, yes, you need to unite these. They are not separate items. They are the same item. What one puts out, one receives. Doesn't always receive from where we're putting out, but you need to know it shows up. It will come. It will be there. For you need the support. You need the knowledge. You need the awareness of creation. And therefore, that's how the universe supports, by bringing physical manifestation so that you can keep on going. It is the knowing of this. It is the knowing that these two things come together. It is the knowingness there is oneness, not only with the light and the essence of being, but in the knowing of who you truly, truly are, that you deserve to have all that there is. You deserve to have the physical recompense for your actions, for your spiritual, your mental, your emotional actions, for your desire to aid, your desire to help, and yet to allow it to come on in and be at one. I therefore give thanks in knowing that this action of being, that recompense, that physicality, those physical things in the shape of money, where to enhance your life so that you can do more good work. And there's no worry. You let the worry go and you hand it over, and the light will bring it exactly as you need it. It is not a separation. It is unity. It is oneness. It is joy. It is light. It is love. And I release this thought knowing it is true, that it is done, and that it is all. And I give thanks by saying, and so it is. Amen. Well, when I originally started to put this, I said, I'll do this for about half an hour to see how it goes. And today, would you believe, it's just coming up half an hour. And there's nobody else here. Karen Lee, I want to thank you for your comment. That's lovely. Cheryl Ann, same thing. Thank you for your comment. That's all helpful to me because that's what this is about. And it is the realization that the universal energy, which is love, the love energy, there's other energies out there and some of them aren't very nice. I'll agree with that. But if you tune into the universal love energy, if you know in the bottom of your heart that you are loved beyond measure, you will know that you can create. And this, between my other shows, I want to say I'm gonna wrap up for today, but I wanted to say I really look forward to the comments that you put out, not just the ones here. I will be back Wednesday for Norma Talks, and again Sunday with a Sunday Thought. And remember, your subscriptions, your comments, your likes and sharings really are helpful to me, and I appreciate it. I really, really enjoy being of service and sharing my knowledge and awareness of all these years that come through. And I've got your names here, and I will every day send out a prayer to remember that you are loved beyond measure and to allow it in. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good week. So I think I had something in. Yeah. Blessings to all. And I truly, truly believe that. I send that out. Thank you. See you next Monday. Bye.